Enable notifications by ringing the bell.
Bohemian Rhapsody, Killer Queen, friggin' We Are the Champions.
God damn it, you said Killer Queen, and my brain just went to JoJo's again. Damn it.
Oh, yeah.
It happens.
And then of course, I Want to Break Free. Another One Bites the Dust.
Bites the dust. Actually, an upgrade for Killer Queen. Yeah.
And then Don't Stop Me Now. So many great classic rock and metal tunes came from one band. And that one band was Queen.
You might notice Heather's not here because she
Yes.
doesn't like Queen. Don't do it.
Like,
You have to say that. No one would even notice that stuff. When you put a magnifying glass on it, then people are going to say something.
I'm
Yeah.
saying
just be civil, guys.
yeah, don't be a jerk in the comments. People
Yeah,
can like what they like and not like what they don't like.
All right.
meh.
So this film has been in developmental hell for the last, I'd say 12, 13 years. Originally, Sacha Baron Cohen was signed on to star as Freddie Mercury. No, I know. I thought the same thing. Like they'd been developing it for some time, and they'd wondered who they would get to play Freddie Mercury. Originally, they got Sacha Baron Cohen, and then they got Ben Whishaw, aka Q, from the new James Bond films.
I don't know. I mean, he's a good actor, but I don't know.
Well, and then along came Bryan Singer with the idea of filming this, and his choice actor to play Freddie Mercury was none other than Mr. Robot himself, Rami Malek.
Mm-hmm.
And Rami Malek, they actually did a side-by-side look at Freddie Mercury without a mustache, and then they did a side-by-side with Freddie Mercury with the mustache and Rami Malek with a mustache as well.
Mm-hmm.
And side-by-side, they're actually pretty damn close, yes. And Rami Malek, he's American. That's another point of contention that a lot of people have thrown up with this.
Well, yeah.
Rami Malek is an American, and he is, like, a lot of people said, how's he going to handle the accent? Americans are terrible with accents. Yeah, that's the thing, guys. I hear through accents all the time. Like, Jason Statham, when he tried to play the transporter, I knew he was British. Come on. Yeah, like the Brits are perfect at accents as well. The only one who actually fooled me throughout the majority of the film was David Oyelowo in Get Out, and it's because I'd never seen David Oyelowo in anything else before. And
Hugh Laurie does surprisingly well with the American accent.
Hugh Laurie, okay, first up, it was a lot like Andrew Lincoln was in The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Early seasons, you could hear it a lot more plainly, but as the series went on, he sort of enveloped into the character. And whilst Andrew Lincoln still does the "get back in the house, Carl," well, not anymore
Because he's dead.
Spoilers. That's right.
Oh no, I didn't actually know that. I was just making a joke.
Yeah,
I didn't actually know that.
yeah. So Carl is dead. Surprise! All right, and also strangely enough, you remember Timmy from friggin' Jurassic Park?
Vaguely, yes.
The little kid.
Yeah.
The one who, him and his sister were in the car.
Yeah.
He's playing John Deacon, the bassist.
Okay.
I couldn't believe
All
it
right.
either. But when I looked at him in the pictures and everything, I was like, wow. Because they released promo pictures and everything, and they actually did like a side-by-side with Rami Malek in like full Freddie form with one of Freddie Mercury's like most famous concert pictures, and it's like uncanny. How much actually I showed it to Brian Bridgeforth at Bridgeforth Design Studios, and Brian, I showed him the picture of Rami Malek, and he's like, "Oh dang, that's Freddie Mercury," and I'm like, "No, dude, that's Rami Malek. That's the guy who's playing Freddie Mercury." He's like, "Get out of here, man! You got to be kidding me!"
I mean, at that point that you've done something very right.
Yes, proper casting, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, proper casting is huge.
So anyway. We have the trailer here for Bohemian Rhapsody, the Queen / Freddie Mercury biopic, and let's get it on screen and let's see what happens.
All right.
I'll never forget that the vocal improvisation he did at Wembley. he had the entire crowd singing with him. It was beautiful. Oh, I like this remix.
This is quality.
She's a killer queen.
So now what?
This is when the operatic section comes in.
Oh, the operatic section, yeah.
Well, he's actually got Brian May's vocal take down.
Mamma mia, let me go. Beelzebub has a devil put aside for me, for me, for me.
It goes on forever, 6 bloody minutes.
I pity your wife if you think 6 minutes is forever.
Oh, Freddie!
Sing it!
All right.
Okay. Have your voice included in the film. Well, hello there.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I gotta say, the concert scenes that they filmed actually look really good. I mean, they look really, really good. Okay. For those of you out there who do not know about Freddie Mercury unfortunately passed away from AIDS in 1991 after battling the disease for more than 6 years. It's not really sure. They're not really sure how he contracted it. They're saying it was an interlude with a fan. Some say it was an accidental. Some say it was something accidental. Some say
Government
it was a
fraud or
certain. No.
something?
Some say it was a certain. Well, only Yahoos believe that.
I mean, I've heard that said before.
Well, yeah, and
I'm
then
just like, huh?
and then there was also a potential surgery that I believe Freddie had around that time, and they weren't properly testing the blood. The reason I know that is because in 1985, a very good friend of mine, his dad had surgery, and when he had surgery, he had a blood transfusion. The blood was tainted, and he gave it to his wife, and within 4 years, they were both dead. So within 4 years, he lost both his mother and his father to AIDS, and there wasn't anything he could do about it. And I will say this much about Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury, you watch him perform live. To me, I know Heather's not here, and she's not that big of a fan. Me, I'm a huge fan of Freddie Mercury, and I'm a huge fan of Queen. And like their music will stand the test of time because it's iconic. I mean, you could hear Queen 50 years from now, and people will still have that, like, get that guttural feeling of just like this music just gets you going. Like
visceral, not guttural.
Well, visceral, I meant you'd
Like
feel it
gut
in your
reaction.
gut. Like you'd feel it in your gut.
Yeah. Okay.
I meant more along
Sorry.
the lines of that. Sorry, but I've
I
heard
keep
it
doing that,
used
and
both ways. I've
I'm
heard
sorry.
it used both ways.
Yeah.
Like guttural meaning like bad, but guttural also meaning like you feel it.
Viscera, I mean, literally means like your connective tissues.
Yeah.
But I've heard it used both ways. But anyway, speaking of both ways, Freddie Mercury, contrary to popular belief, was not a homosexual. He was actually bisexual. He actually for the longest time was with a woman, a model. I forget her name right now, but in his last will and testament, he gave everything to her, everything, and he even was the godfather of her child. And Freddie, even though he said if I hadn't had the feelings that I'd had at that time in my life, she would have been my wife, no doubt in my mind. And there's no other way around saying this, but Freddie was scared of the fact that he had HIV because I mean, it's at the time nobody knew what to make of it. Nobody, as a matter of fact, early on, nobody knew what the hell it was. But they realized that it was only affecting, like, majority only affecting gay men. Like, they actually, originally, it wasn't known as AIDS, it was called GRID. Like, it was called GRID because they thought it was only gay men who could get it. But when they did blood tests and they saw that, no, actually women are getting it, hemophiliacs are getting it, you know, children who are hemophiliacs are getting it because of bad blood transfusions, and women are getting it because of bad blood transfusions, and also their husbands are actually either closeted homosexuals or bisexual and are actually like visiting bathhouses, you know, for late night rendezvous. And honestly, like, nobody knew what to make of it when it came to it. And it took years and years of research for them to even find the virus, for them to even find any trace of it. And Freddie was one of the big names that really got people to realize this is a problem that needs to be addressed. This is something that needs, like, you know, you had actors like Rock Hudson. Yeah, Rock Hudson died around the same time. You had all these. They actually call the generation who suffered through the AIDS crisis, they call it the lost generation of dreamers, because so many like young artists in New York, Los Angeles, London, throughout the various cities all over the world were affected by this virus, and so many great minds and great, you know, artists were lost because of well, their promiscuity. And you know what? That's a fault of theirs. I mean, like, I'm not going to say like the people who passed away were 100% innocent, you know, should have lived better lives. They lived their lives how they saw fit, and I have no right to tell them how to live their lives.
Well, I mean, the thing is that flat out we'll never know what we lost.
Exactly. Well, true. Because,
I mean, all of these epidemics, you know, you never know who a person could grow up to be.
True.
So it's a really tricky situation.
It is, and well, and as much as I want to say, you know, 100%, I think this is going to be a great film. You know, there's still some doubts I have about this because Bryan Singer halfway through the filming stopped showing up to set for some reason.
What?
He stopped showing up to set for some reason.
But he's the director.
Exactly. But they hired another director who actually came in and picked up the reins. And
he just stopped showing up.
Well, from what I understand, there was something that happened, and also there was conflict on set between Rami Malek and Bryan Singer over Bryan Singer's shooting style to some degree, because Rami Malek was told to do certain things some ways, and he did it, but at the same time, Bryan Singer said that it wasn't right, even though he did exactly what Bryan Singer said. And a lot of it was tied back to, I believe, what happened with Bryan Singer. I think it was like a family member passing away or something. I'm not sure.
Bryan Singer was hired in September 2017. In December 2017, Singer was fired for absence and clashing with the cast and crew.
Yeah.
Let's see. They brought in Dexter Fletcher.
Dexter Fletcher, okay.
Yep.
And I know that Dexter Fletcher's directed some pretty good stuff. I've seen a few things from his like anything listed on there.
I haven't pulled that part up yet, but apparently one of the people helping to produce this, De Niro. De Niro is listed as a producer on this. Dexter Fletcher, who did, English actor and director, made his directorial debut with Wild Bill in 2011. I saw one there that was like Sunshine on Leith, Eddie the Eagle.
Yes, okay, Eddie the Eagle.
He directed Eddie the Eagle.
Okay, I've seen that. It was pretty good. I liked Eddie the Eagle.
So there you go. That's the one that you would know.
Yeah.
But he was also he's been in a bunch of movies. Like, for example, he was John Martin in Band of Brothers.
Okay.
That's television, I know, but I'm just scrolling
No. Band of Brothers, a lot of people consider that one of the best made war film / miniseries ever.
He was He was the skinny pirate in Stardust, which was a really good movie.
Oh yeah, I love Stardust. The original artwork done by Charlie Vess.
Yep.
Local artist Charlie Vess.
He was. Hold on, wait a minute. I had another one here. He was Soap in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
God, Jesus, I can't believe I forgot about that.
He was Cody in Layer Cake.
Layer Cake. That's actually the role that's actually the movie that got Daniel Craig the role of Bond.
It's true,
because the producer saw him in Layer Cake and thought this guy would make a pretty damn good Bond.
There you go. But yeah, he's been in a bunch of stuff. Oddly enough, like he's not been like any major roles, but
he's been a common staple in film and
he's been in
television.
A bunch of stuff, and now he's directing.
There you go.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that. All right. Well, honestly, we're gonna have to call this to a close. Are you all excited for Bohemian Rhapsody? I am. I'm probably gonna see it opening night.
I know at least one person from the chat who's very excited to see what you think about this movie.
Yeah, I see you out there. I'm not gonna call out your name. You know who you are. And
we know who you are too.
Yeah, they know very well who you are.
Yep.
So let us know what you think in the comments down below. Leave a like if you like the video. If you want to see the original, link in the description down below, as always. And if you want to check out our various other endeavors, check out our Discord, where we have over, I think, 2,300 members.
It's way up there.
I think 2,300 or 2,500, I believe, at this point. And also, if you want to check out our Patreon, thank goodness I thought of that. If you want to check out our Patreon, feel free to do that as well. And I guess until next time, I'm Nate.
I'm Ben. And Chico's here just napping away.
And we'll see you later, everyone. Peace out.